welcome to the next video. Today, I want to rectify a slight mistake I had made in my first video by not discussing the full history of the warhammer. Like I said before, this warhammer is brought to you by Cold Steel. Not a sponsor, but I am a definite supporter of their fine cutlery and weaponry. The warhammer was used around the 14th to 15th century when plate armor started becoming more prominent on the battlefield. The large spike that you see at the end there of the hammer was actually meant to pierce viciously. Even though this hammer weighs over 2 pounds, it has a devastating piercing effect of going through plate metal like nothing, as well as its hammer function, which this has a unique diamond pattern inside the hammer's head, was meant to absolutely crush into the armor and possibly break a few ribs. This is a perfect siege weapon, as I had demonstrated in the past, and now my nephew is going to demonstrate on this Sunny D jug.
I'm happy. Alright, so I'm going to stand back, I'm not going to hold back. Alright, first swing, gotta really aim it. I aimed it and I still miss. Alright. Alright, so it actually knocked the cap clean off and all the water leaked out. That's how impactful the force was. Meaning it could definitely, with someone stronger like him, it could definitely break quite a few ribs.
And cave-in armor.
Oh, definitely. Should we refill this?
Yes, let me refill this jug and stay tuned as my nephew will demonstrate the devastating power of the spike. And we are back. We are now going to demonstrate the spike, the devastating piercing weapon that can go through a brute helmet like it's nothing.
So I'm going to go for one of these and then maybe one of these, just to show the brute force. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yep, that's leaking. Jeez. Look at that. Alright, so before this all leaks out, we're going to go for the downward smack, or more pike. And that completely caved in the bottle. Wow, it actually exploded, kind of. You got anything to say on this? Oh, jeez.
As you saw from the devastating damage by this marvelous weapon, it was definitely obvious why it was used during a siege. When you storm that castle, those walls will crumble by the head, and any enemy that comes before you will feel the spike in their breast.
We're recycling these properly after we use them, by the way.
Always an essential thing.
Yep.
Stay tuned as we go a little further east of Europe. And we are back with the horse cutter. Now, unfortunately, I seem to have forgotten the official name of this in its native tongue, but I assure you, this weapon is based off of the Dao of China. This particular blade has an extended handle and a massive, large cutting force, as well as this devastating hook spike just right there at the blade. Now, this weapon has... Unfortunately, I seem to have forgotten the name of this marvelous weapon, but it is based off of the Chinese Dao. Now, with its extended handle and marvelous maneuverability, as well as its devastating spike on the end of the blade there, this weapon was aptly named the horse cutter, as given its position, even though horses were a valuable commodity in war, this thing could decapitate a horse with a single swing on the battlefield. And unfortunately, we have no horses. Actually, that should be more of a fortunate thing. I like horses, I like animals. Please be respectful to nature. So we're going to devastatingly cut this jug, and it's just going to be brutal.
I'm going to walk right over here. I'll be right behind the camera. Alright, so. Oh, that was a clean decapitation. Alright. I don't think we can showcase another cut. Because that is clean. There's no rough edges on that. That's just one... Yeah, it probably could decapitate a horse. In fact, it did. Look at this. Look at how much it cut. And was that a strong swing or a weak swing from you?
That was actually one of my weaker swings.
Jeez.
Now, that's also because of the weight of the blade itself, but I'm also going to go for just a simple downward cut. And thank you to Bud K for featuring this weapon in your catalogs. I have 2 of these from a shipping error, and I love it. So, without further ado,
I'm just gonna... That actually stuck onto the blade. It's almost fully ripped in half, actually.
Again, a weak swing.
Jeez, that is just... It's devastating. Yeah, it could easily kill a horse. It could kill a man.
I believe this actually should be modeled... I believe this has been modeled after a smaller version of the Guan Dao, typically depicted with the god of war of China, Guan Yu, a respectable and honorable deity. Now, thank you for joining us for this bonus video, and apologies for the audio.
Well, see ya.